Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Wild and Wingless. Today I've got myself, the gentleman from Victoria. I've got Luke Weel. How are you tonight, Luke?
Yeah, well, thank you.
That's good. That's good. Now, Luke obviously has been a man who's been around the wingless division forever and a day, and it was pretty cool to actually get a chance to sit down and talk to him. There's a lot of things I don't know about Luke, and hopefully he's going to open up to us today. But Luke, I'm going to be the one to ask you as well because I don't know much about. How did you start out in wingless and get to where you are today?
Well, racing, I suppose. Uh, Following my cousin, he used to race Verde supercars, so we sort of followed the racing and motorsport that way, just watching and stuff. Dad bought a go kart, bitumen go karts at about 8 or so, and yeah, we just sort of just locally, like just through club days and things, we progressed to junior, midgets, rookies, juniors, got to about 15, and sort of we lost interest, kind of thing, and Speedway was sort of just around the corner. We live not far from Simpson Speedway. Yeah, Dad bought a wingless, and away we went.
Really?
Yeah. So when the day we turned 16 was our first race, we sort of did we followed Jeff Judd and Freddie Walsh and those sort of guys around for about a half a season.
Yep.
Learned the ropes, and yeah, we jumped into it. The day I turned 16 was our first race, and yeah, that was pretty cool.
Wow. To follow around Freddie Walsh himself, eh? That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah. It's he's probably one of the only guys that's still about now that from when I started. So it's cool to solve a few war stories with him every now and again. We chucked 3 cars on the back of a taut liner and went to Bordertown and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a few stories. He's a good one to get on and have a chat to. I reckon he'd be really good.
He's definitely there. I just I got to make sure I use him wisely. So I know he's going to be definitely a character to talk to. All right. So you've been in the game for 14 or so years. So you would have seen a lot come and go in that time, yeah?
Yeah, as I said, like Freddie's probably the only one that's like been there from when I started, and yeah, well, we ran for 2 or 3 years until I was about 18. Then we sold the car. Probably had a couple of years off, sort of just bounced around, helping out a couple of sprint car guys. Then Matty Balcom from the H3 Stock Feeds team, they pretty much offered me a car to go out and drive and just sort of keep the upkeep on it. So yeah, we did that for I think it was 5 years or something like that. And then by 2019, my wife and I we bought our own car and we've been sort of running that ever since.
Yeah, nice. It's good you guys are back to doing a family deal. I think that's awesome. All right, so let's talk about in that time. Like you've seen some wins, seen some really good results. You also would have seen some hard times as well. What is it that you enjoy so much about wingless?
It's very competitive, obviously. Like it's something that I don't know. I go all right at it, so it makes it a lot easier to keep going back at. But it's so close. Like there's a lot of really nice people in it. The people we've met, like we've travelled the country, we've raced, holidayed, raced, and just pretty much seen a lot, met a lot of great people, and it's really enjoyable.
No, that's good. What I see right now, you're wearing a wide open hat, which is good to show off for the lovely people. Ashley and Daniel Sayer, that's fantastic. So we had a series put on, the WOW series. Everyone knows about it. Your name, which surprised me at the time, didn't come through as a contracted driver. There were a lot of people who sort of speculated why, because when you look at what would you consider to be the best 20 drivers in the country, and obviously we're not going to include WA, even though they've got very talented drivers over there, Luke Weel has to be up there, you know what I mean? You have to be inside that top 5 easily, without a doubt. Just look at your track record, what you've achieved at Australian titles lately. Now, as you guys obviously made your own decision not to take part in the WOW series as a contracted driver, so we missed out on you there, but you're coming to join the posse this weekend at Sydney, so...
Yeah. So we couldn't quite get to the Toowoomba round, but we're pretty keen to get up to Sydney. We've had a couple of runs up there before and catch up with all the guys again and see what we can do.
Now, does that mean you're going to stay on for the rest of the WOW series if all goes well? If things
that's the plan. We'll obviously Simpson home track is the next one, and Mount we get a fair few runs at, so we'll try and do that double header, and then we'll just see what it's looking like around Mildura time, and we'll get up there hopefully and have another go.
Sure you will. So what are your thoughts about Eastern Creek or Sydney International Speedway? What are your thoughts of that as a track?
We went up there, I think we've been there 3 times, and it's been 3 completely different tracks, and now obviously they've changed the track again since we've been there, but I think the first night we were there we got a win. It was good. It sort of took a bit rubber late, and we were there I can't remember. Don't know if you remember that really wet night. It was like cars were getting bogged, and I don't think they finished the meeting.
Oh, okay.
It was that night, and we went back. Oh, we did that 86 lap where everyone was popping tyres. That
Oh,
one.
yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
It was 80, started 86, ended at like 60 something.
I
Yeah,
think we
yep.
did 67 or 69 laps, and there's only
Yep.
7 of us left going. We ran second in that to Davis. So,
Oh, did you run second to that?
yeah, we had canvas for about 20 laps, I think. So, it was just rolling around. So.
What time were you running that night?
I ran a dirty old MC2.
Really? Wow.
I know. Just looking after it a bit.
Yeah, Davis worked on a brand new WAV. Old WAV, obviously. The new WAVs, I don't know if they'd last that long, but yeah. And then I think there was someone with like a Dirt X that was like top 5 because it just wouldn't go.
I think there's only 6 or 7 actually finished the race.
Yeah.
They just got us to roll past real slow and checking out who actually had tread left or not, and then they just called the race.
Right. So you've been to Sydney a few times. That's good to see. And as you said, now with the new layout and all the rest, things have changed. Who knows what they're going to do for this weekend? It's like some people have asked me what to expect, and I say, well, instead of packing a whole bunch of tyres that you'll need, it's going to be hard to tell because we don't really know.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it rained on the weekend and got rained out, but this week's supposed to be hot, so you never quite know what you're going to have. So we'll just plan for all seasons and go from there.
Nice. So when do you guys plan on heading up?
So I've still got to work Friday morning, and I think it's 12 hours, so we'll try and get to Yass Friday night, and then we'll roll in hopefully about lunchtime Saturday.
Okay, perfect. Nice. And that's it's quite nice when you get it to Sydney. The pit area obviously being fully tarmacked is good, but also on those hot summer days, it gets so bloody hot out there. But they've got some good toilets and shower facilities, so that's awesome for everyone who are travelling interstate. Now you've seen the list. 60 cars are going to be there this weekend. A lot of these cars you've raced against before. A lot of them you've beaten before. And I'm not trying to throw you down an alleyway, but how confident do you feel with that? Like, are you feeling pretty confident rolling into this race meeting, or?
I think you have to be confident as you're going in there thinking you already haven't won anything, or you don't think you're going to do well. So we always go to everywhere we go. We try hope to do well.
Yep.
So you get that right mindset, and like obviously, as I said, it's pretty much an Australian title field. So those 20 contracted drivers, and obviously the other 30 odd from Sydney, you're just not sure what you're going to get sometimes. So there's obviously some very quality cars, and a couple of superstars get thrown in there as well. So we'll just try and sneak our way forward in the heats and see where we end up.
Yeah, because I was going to say your odds at Sydney are actually better than anyone else's. I think I can put forward at the moment. 3 races here, and you've podiumed twice. So
I think one of them I was running around with Tyson at the one. I reckon it might be 12th or 15th or something. We come through a B main and we were sort of mucking around the back with Tyson there one night. But the other two we were all right.
Yeah, no, don't worry about Tyson. Yeah, special kid. All right. So what's your what are your ideas? Because you've been in wingless a long time. What is your thoughts on this WOW series? Is it something you think's great for the sport? Something we needed, or?
Yeah, I raced that. We ended up winning the one they had in 1920. The one that had the 3 rounds.
Did you win the Super Series?
Yeah, we won in Toowoomba. I think we ran 6th or 7th in Sydney, and then I think we might have ran 3rd or 4th at that 10 grand show in Murray Bridge.
Wow.
So yeah, well, just enough us, and then I think it was Dane Ben Belton and Batesy was 3rd. So
yeah, right.
So yeah, that was hopefully going to be a good thing and build from that, and then obviously the world sort of changed pretty hard after that, and this is the next greatest thing. So hopefully this is a start, and we can really build on it from next year, and hopefully build in more tracks, more cars. Everyone wants us to come race there, and we can build on it and go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the fact that they're trying to brand it the way they are with the you've got World of Outlaws, they're sort of doing the WOW series and sort of trying to give it a brand and identity. They've got Wade on board to push a lot of their PR work. He's come on this show and sort of explained his thoughts and all the rest of what their plans are. I think moving forward, we're going to see, like, everyone who was a little bit concerned or had their skeptic, they're a bit unsure about it. I think a lot of that stuff's gone. The race up at Toowoomba was absolutely fantastic. You would have watched that on Clove.
Yeah. We went to Adelaide, Adelaide 500.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, we sat in the hotel room and put that on and watched pretty intently. So
yeah, mate, I tell you, those. Actually, what was really good to see from that race? You didn't have many Queenslanders there, But that A main field, like, geez, the Victorians, the South Australians, they really punch. You know what I mean? Like, even that. Remember the Australian title, Lismore. Like, I go back and I watch. Like, you had a New South Welshman who won the event. After that, it goes like, what was it? You were third.
Travis was
Travis was
seventh.
second. So
Um,
Victorian. I think it was
Ryle and Furler.
fourth. The South Australian.
I'm not sure it
Fifth.
was Jack or Broomy, one of the two that way around.
Yeah, another South Australian.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
man, like,
Broomy
you
was there.
guys. Yeah, it just throws a cat in the mix. So I'd be interested to see what happens at Sydney. I don't think anyone's got an upper hand. You can try and go by what Andrew Sayer did in that video where he just ran that wall and just. But who knows? No one knows what's going to happen. That's the beauty of it. And how much water we got in that track and all the rest is going
Yeah,
to
that's
change.
right.
So
What the weather did during the week, whether it's stays super hot or whether they get a bit more rain, who knows?
yeah, but I think it's good that this series moving forward. I'm definitely excited for what they're going to do in Mildura. You're pretty quick at Mildura too, so.
Well, the SA title is probably the only time I've been there twice for two South Australian titles. One was 2009 or 10 or something like that.
Really?
When it was a flat track, yeah. And then that was the last time I'd been there was last year's South Australian title. So I've only been there
Really?
twice. Yeah.
I thought you would have gone more than that.
Nah, it's just it was 6 hours for us. So we'll
Oh,
just
really? Sugar.
yeah.
Okay.
So we'll
Jeez.
just that was basically we knew the Australian title was heading there, so we'll run the South Australian title there against the guys that'll be there and see how we stack up.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool venue.
Yeah. It's I'm not a big fan of the heat, but it was like the track itself's nice and wide and we'll just by the sounds of it, every night you've just got to guess right and see what happens.
Pretty much, we went there 3 times. I don't know, 3 or 4 times in the span of 12 months. And it was a different track every time.
Yeah, because it was super hot that night. We were there, and
but
I was just like, wow.
It was still a racetrack.
Yeah, it turned on really good.
Did not go away, and I didn't think it was that hot. I just remember the people next to us were sort of having overheating problems, and I was like, normally we're the ones overheating all the time. Like, I've got one of those big FR radiators in the thing, and still can't get it cold enough. But yeah, I forgot about the heat. Yeah. No, that was a good venue, and hopefully with those guys, with the promoters of Timmins Speedway, moving forward for the Australian title, the way AWSR operate as well, this Australian title, I think, it should captivate. Should be the biggest one we got yet. So
yeah, I think it's probably perfect central venue. I suppose I'm not happy about it being a Victorian title, but it's up there. But that's the way it is. And, I think you'll get your 100 cars easy. Like you get a lot of New South Wales cars. South Australia, the quality and talent that they've got at the moment, I reckon it's probably the best in the country.
Yep.
It's close enough. Obviously, you get a lot of Victorians still go up there. It's probably close enough for the Queensland guys to come down too, and who knows, you'll get a handful of WA cars and probably Tassie cars as well.
I have a feeling it's some people I've spoken to. They've pretty much confirmed. I've confirmed every car from each state or territory, and that's even including some cars out of Canberra, ACT.
Yeah.
Even though we don't have a club there, still going to let them claim ACT. This is going to be the first Australian title where we've got a car from every state representing, which I think is going to be absolutely amazing.
It should be very good. Yeah, it's, as I said, you got your guys like your Wade and the track itself. If it can put it on, well, it's definitely wide enough and the shape's good shape. If they can pull the track together, it'll be pretty epic.
So tell me, I sort of didn't want to go this direction with you, but I need to. One thing you're known for, you're not going to like it, but I'd have to say if I was a car owner, I'd definitely be very happy as you as one of my drivers. You've gone to a few Australian titles now, and did I guess it right? Was it 1 second and 2/3? Or have I got that round the wrong way?
Yeah,
1 second and 2/3.
Yeah.
You reckon this year you're going to crack through? Or sorry, this season will be the make or break. You reckon it's going to happen?
I think keep telling myself that every year, but it's just one of those things. We just haven't quite put the whole weekend together. We've been good enough. I think we've won 3 prelim features and put it on pole 3 times, and just sort of either stuffed up myself or like I think it was in Carrick. I hit a tyre trying to pass Jabby for the lead, and Toowoomba we just went for a hard tyre, went backwards. Warrnambool, we were just the second quickest car. We weren't the quickest, so it was just one of those things, and we'll have to keep trying.
No, I'm not trying to rub salt in your wound there. I'm just trying to say, like, it's like besides you had Joel Chadwick who won 2. It was 2 in a row. I don't know if anyone's really done as many podiums that you've. I mean, I'm sure people have done podiums, but yours is pretty special. I know some other people are up there, and I'm going to be told I'm wrong, and so and so's done 4 podiums. But the fact you're sort of up there every week in, week out, that's got to give you some sort of confidence. You definitely got the talent. You've definitely got the equipment. It's just, yeah, as you said, it just hasn't come all together yet. But
Yeah, like we obviously back when I started, Wigzel was a superstar. He won a couple. Hardigan won a couple. There's those really quick WA cars like Payette, those boys when I was, starting to find my feet.
yep,
Obviously, yeah, Joel, superstar of the sport. Obviously Jolly at the moment, he's
yeah.
super fast. Scotty Thompson, like I
Oh,
remember starting on the front row with Scotty Thompson in Toowoomba.
yeah. Was
Me?
that the state titles?
Oh no, I had the Australian title when I was at Toowoomba all those years
Right.
ago. Yeah, I remember starting on the front row with Scotty. Like he's been around a long time too. So
Because
yeah,
at the start of the year, it was their state title, and you finished second to Scotty, didn't you?
yeah, we got the lead down the back straight, and then I didn't shut the door on him, and he got back by, and then I sort of showed him the line. But
Now, by
that's
any
how.
chance, have you watched that video back and kicked yourself?
Oh, probably a half a dozen times, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
I've never, and I say this to Scotty, and I love Scotty to death. He's a great guy, really great guy, great family. I've never seen anyone take it to him the way you did that night. Um, just that was incredible. Like,
It's just like, yeah, I suppose you look at when you go to Queensland, you look at the guys that run there every week, and Scotty's he's the yardstick. So if you're in and around where he is, well, you're doing pretty well. And like obviously, yeah, we parked next to him that night, and we've known Scotty for a long time. Really good guy as well. Like if we can't win, I'd like to see him win. He's
yep,
yeah, a super guy.
yeah, no, he's a good guy, and I like him. He's got a great family, but I just remember watching that race, and I thought, oh, he's got it. He finally got it. But as you said, you didn't close the door, and don't give him an inch because he'll take a
Yeah,
mile. And
yeah. It's just one of those ones where I could have been a bit, should have, not could have, but probably should have been a bit ruder. But that's the way it goes. We tried to do what we did and didn't quite get there.
no, but it means you're a good fair racer, and I think that's why everyone's got a lot of respect because that is one thing. Like so many drivers I've spoken to in this whole course of doing these episodes, these shows, trying to bring wingless to a bit of light to everyone to showcase each driver. The way people, other competitors speak about you is in a very high regard. So, yeah, you don't get that out of nothing. So,
Yeah, it's nice to hear.
no, it's good. So, I'm looking forward to actually catching up with you guys, and I'm going to catch up with you at Sydney. Try and have a bit of a chat throughout the course of the night. I'm not going to try and bombard you while you need to be thinking, but I definitely cannot wait to see you come join the posse. And yeah, like we at the moment we've only gone one race in, and the contractor driver's got the win. So who's to know? Will the posse get round two? You still get some nice change if you get the win.
Yeah, well, that's right. Even the highest place gets a couple $100 from what at 1-6 or something like that. So
Yep.
yeah, there's
Well, you
always
get that, plus you also get the prize money on the night too. Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, there's a lot of contingency
Oh,
sponsors.
mate, you
Like
make more money than a contractor driver that night.
yeah, got to do it first. So no, we'll just worry about that if it happens.
Nice, nice. But all right, and then you obviously, I'm going to look forward to catching up with you in Toowoomba there. So, sorry, Mildura. If you go to Mildura, will you stay the whole week, or will you head home after?
It all depends on a bit of work, but yeah, if we run the title and then the week after is obviously the WOW series, so we'll just yeah wait and see when it's a bit closer. We'll just yeah see what's happening.
Nice. Okay. Okay. No, that's fair enough. Of all your years racing, what's your favourite racetrack you've raced on?
Probably got a couple.
Yeah.
Definitely, I love Toowoomba for an interstate track. Like
Okay.
I think we've been there probably half a dozen times now, and yeah, we really seem to run pretty decent. It's a nice racing track. Ryan and the guys do a great job up there.
Yep.
But for Victoria, I can't go past Simpson.
Simpson.
Yeah, I love it. It's just different.
I'm
Different every
actually
time.
I'm actually looking forward to going to Simpson to watch like yourself and Blake Walsh and Chris Temby and stuff like that to see how all you boys get around Simpson because a lot of you guys do actually name Simpson as one of your favourites. So
Yeah, it's like we raced there on the weekend. It was it had rained, so it was super rough and hooked up and sticky. And but then you go there and it's slick to the boards. And I'm not one to bang the fence, but you can run the fence pretty nice up there. So
yeah,
especially the two different ends, like the way you set your car up, it's probably the only track that I'd go to that I actually have a specific setup for. Everywhere else, I'm pretty standard.
right.
Whereas Simpson, we've sort of stumbled across something that we tend to get around the tight end and still be good for the big end. So we'll
Yeah,
just
really.
keep that one under our hats a little bit. And
So, all right, hang on. I got to break that down for a second. So, you just mentioned before you don't like banging the boards. So, you sort of run the low line or
generally, I'm a bit of a gutter rat.
gutter
Yeah,
rat? Okay, I didn't want to call you that because some people
yeah.
get
No, that's all
offended. So,
right.
all right,
No, self-proclaimed, I guess. But
no, that's
yeah,
okay.
I'm not one that likes to beat it off the fence. So we'll just if the track's up there, we'll try. But we're not definitely not one to hanging out at the catch fence. So we'll just try and keep our wheels under us and find a nice line and try to move forward.
Well, that'll be interesting to see. Now, I'm definitely going to be watching this race a lot closer now. Now I sort of know his style. But all right, so you another question I got for you. So, you've been in sport for a long time. What would you have to be one of your most memorable moments in the sport?
I'd say we went across to Perth. Must have been the 2019, 2020 year when the Kalgoorlie title was on.
Yep.
We went across the week early and ran at the Motorplex, and that
Oh
place
wow,
is just next level. It's unbelievable. Like I'd up and move and race there every week. It's unbelievable.
really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What's it like? I mean, because I'm only seeing it from the TV, and from where I see it, it's just a huge track. Are you
Yeah,
almost flat to the floor the whole way, or
yeah,
what's the
more or
go?
less. Yeah, and you just pick a line and get your momentum, or you can. Yeah, it's obviously changed a little bit since we were there, but like the whole venue, like grass in the pits, tarmac everywhere. It's crazy. Kids and families in the pits. It's awesome. Like that's awesome. When we went there, we went and did the practice night, and then we were racing with World Series that weekend, and
Oh,
that was cool. Like it was the Des Nash Memorial too, so
yep.
$3,000 to win. So we had a bit of a shocker through the heats. I think we lost a battery or had a battery pack up on us and started deep. We 11th or 12th or something like that, and I think we found the rubber, which is like it was through the middle. It was sort of weird. We just stumbled across this rubber through the middle, and I think we pickpocketed Daniel's tour on the last lap coming to the line. So sorry, Daniel, but that was probably my favourite moment ever.
Wow. I mean, they're no slouch, the Storers.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've obviously done a lot of racing with those guys
Yeah.
for a long time, and now they're obviously Luke's doing a bit of speed car stuff as well as pro sprints, and
Yep.
Daniel's finding his feet in the pro sprints as well. He's doing a really good job.
Yeah. No, far out. That was definitely a Yeah, and I think that's one of the good things about speedway racing in general is you travel to all these venues and each track is not the same. Yeah, right. They're dirt or whatever you want to say, but they're all got their own characteristics. They've all got their own different sort of pit ways of things to run there and stuff. Like, yeah, that'd be cool. I've never been to WA, but after speaking, I had Travis Armstrong on a few weeks back or a few nights back, and I'm sort of keen to go do
Yeah,
this.
I'd definitely put it on the bucket list.
Yeah,
It's next level. The whole venue is just unbelievable.
yeah, no, it's definitely on there. It's definitely on there. All right, so what's the plan for you? So you're going to go run Super Series and stuff like that?
Yeah, yeah. So that was the first round of the Super Series. The first one got rained out, so the
Yep.
Simpson was the first round. We'll do the SummerSlam, I guess.
SummerSlam.
We'll do
Yep.
obviously next weekend Wow Series. SummerSlam. I think there's another series round at Avalon the week after that. Yeah, but then I guess it's coming around to the Wow Series again down this way.
Yep.
So we'll just
How cool is it for like Victorian Wingless? You guys have got so many races and so many Blue Ribbon events and series, and I mean it's probably no wonder why Victorians are up there when it comes to the fastest and most wingless drivers. You've got like look at Blake Walsh for crying out loud. Last season, how many races or feature
yeah,
wins he
that's right.
won? Like
Yeah, he does. Like it's where we are. Obviously, Warrnambool.
so many
We
races.
got 6 or 7 tracks within 2 hours or something silly like that. Whereas some other tracks or some other states, sorry, they might have 2 tracks that they race at for a year.
Yep.
Well, I don't know whether it helps us adapt a little bit more. I'm not really sure, but yeah, we seem to be able to go to most tracks and be sort of on the money somewhere, kind of thing. But yeah, I guess that's what we put it down to, just racing at all different venues.
With those tracks you got close to home, how many of those are like? Forgive me for saying this, but how many are like good racetracks compared to just one laners? Like a lot of them good
So,
racetracks, or
yeah, like Mount Gambier, Super Track,
yep,
Premier. I haven't raced on it since they put the new clay down, but hopefully it's heaps wider and heaps better. Avalon, I really like Avalon. They've same thing. They've dropped the pole line, put a bit of banking in it this year. We don't do too much traveling east of Avalon, I suppose you'd say.
okay,
But like the Horsham's good on its night. Simpson, obviously. Then we got little places like Lang, Darlington, and We used to go to Hamilton a little bit. I haven't been there for a few years, but yeah, there's, as I said, there's 7 or 8 pretty decent tracks, really,
That's
especially for
insane.
wingless anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. No, all good. Hey, look, I really appreciate you giving me time to sit down and have a chat. It was good to put a face to name for us to have our first convo. I'll come up and hopefully we can go racing this weekend. The weather's going to hold out. I'll come
Yeah,
up
it's
and have a
pretty good.
chat to you as the course goes on and maybe have a beer at the end. Um, but I try to give everyone an opportunity just to thank their sponsors, people who help them up and down the highway and get to where they need to go. So, mate, the floor's all yours.
Yeah, no, obviously, the in-laws, Jill and Andrew Bossy and Bossy's Pest Control, we wouldn't be able to go up and down the road without them. They either look after the kids or they'll come with us in the camp in the caravan, look after the kids in the crowd, that sort of thing. They've been a massive help to us. So, yeah, can't thank them enough. Parlors Hardware, Richard and my mum, Susie, yeah, they same deal. They just chip in whatever we need. Local Simpson sponsor, so they've been helping us out ever since we've had our own car. Tanya and Alistair at Southwest Conveyancing,
Oh,
same deal. I've known Alistair since go karts. I reached out to him as soon as we bought our own car. He said, "Yep, no, not a drama." Ken Neal and Veal at SWI, they're my bosses, so they'll give me time off work and give me a little bit here and there and help me let me do some work, powder coating and things like that at work. So thanks to them. Johnny Vogels, he's been in my corner a long time, my old boss, and yeah, learned just about everything I know of him. So can't thank him enough. One Sick Industries, Dan and Ash, they've helped me out a little bit over the last couple of years as well, and obviously the series and bits and pieces. So they're doing great things for wingless racing. So thanks to them. Brian Trigg, Nos Race Parts, same deal. I've known Brian since we started, so he's been great. Looms and bits and pieces. Damo Lee Contracting, everyone knows Jack Lee.
yep.
Damo's his dad, and he helps me out a fair bit. And yeah, Brisk Spark Plugs Australia. There's a couple that just chip in and help us get down the road. So yeah, can't really do it without each and every one of them.
No, that's fantastic. And you definitely have a well presented car. And all the names you're just rattling off then, in my head, I've looked at every one of their logos on your cars. So that's
Yeah, well, that's probably the car design colors. That's my wife's domain. So she's
yep.
put the colors together. It's probably not what I'd go, but no, that sticks out on track and it looks
It
really good.
does. It does. I remember walking past that car at Lismore just thinking, man, this guy always has a nice shiny car. Just
Yeah, it's probably the best one. Like Tomo's race car wrecked in town here. He always done our wraps and does a killer job.
yeah, no. Well, hey mate, look, thank you very much again for giving us the time. I appreciate you wearing the wide open hat. Much love to those guys too. 1-6 and wide open. Thank you very much, guys. And I'll see you on Saturday at Sydney.
Will
Until
do.
then, thanks everyone for tuning in. It was good to catch up here with Luke Weel, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.